It's time for Cigar Talk, the fastest growing cigar show in the nation. Whether you're a new cigar enthusiast or a cigar aficionado, we have something for everyone. Bringing you the best interviews, cigar reviews, and weekly giveaways. So grab yourself a cigar.
It's time to light them up.
Welcome back to Cigar Talk. I'm your host, Rob Jones. We have co-host Bryant Falconer in the studio with us. How you doing today, Bryant?
Hey, man, I'm doing good. Doing good.
Awesome, man. So we're doing things a little bit different. You know, hey, it's COVID season. So we're actually doing a YouTube channel now. So not only can you listen to the show, if you want, you can watch the show. You definitely may not want to watch the show.
True.
You know, we do have the faces for radio. So anyway, let's jump right in and talk about what we're smoking. See, like if you're on the YouTube channel, you can actually see the cigar. But anyway, Bryant brought me a special cigar. It is the Romacraft Sabertooth. Great smoke, man. I've never had one of these.
Yeah.
And I got to say, this one is really nice. It's a beautiful cigar,
Yeah,
too.
it is.
I mean,
man.
you know, I'm not a guy that goes out looking for barber poles, but what I do appreciate is a nice looking cigar. You know what I mean?
Especially if it's a good smoking cigar, if it looks good with it.
Yeah. It's a good cigar and it's a nice craft. Because to me, it's like you have a handcrafted piece of art.
That's correct.
I mean, they're all handcrafted art to me, but when you put this much effort into making something,
it takes it just a little bit higher.
Yeah. So I personally, I don't think it affects the taste of a cigar that much, but I do appreciate it when they make it. You know, I don't really care for just the regular average barber pole.
Gotcha.
It's like, anyway.
I'm glad you like it though. I really am.
Yeah, really good smoke. So thank you for bringing that to me. And what are you smoking today?
Hey, he blessed me. Rob blessed me with a 601 Reserva Limitada Maduro.
Oh yeah, that's a good smoke, dude.
Box pressed, man. Deep V cut.
This last year has been a year that I've enjoyed the Espinosa's.
Tell the truth.
Big Tony came through, turned us on to that line, and I tell you what, it's become one of my go-tos.
Them 601s, man. I don't understand how I didn't see them before.
Right?
I can't understand how I didn't see them before.
Same here, man. Same here. So thank you, Big Tony.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So hey, let's jump right in with McAuliffe right quick.
100%.
They're our sponsors. You guys know that.
4 to 42, baby.
4 to 42.
4 to 42.
They make a cigar for every price point. I mean, if you can't afford 4, then you shouldn't be smoking cigars. You know what I mean? But what I love about it is, even at the $4 price point,
you get a premium.
You're getting a premium cigar.
Yes.
And it goes up to 42. And let me tell you, the 42
is outstanding.
Is out of sight.
That's them sticks you smoke on the Space Center.
Yeah. it's something special. Yeah. So, you know, and most of you guys already know that my go-to cigar is the Medallia from McAuliffe.
Yeah.
And that's not because they're our sponsors. No. That's because
it's a great stick.
It's a great stick. Yeah. And, you know, the funny thing is, you know Randy Baker?
Yes, sir.
So he took pictures yesterday. He went and bought, I think, like 4 or 5 McAuliffes.
For real?
Yeah, and he was in the backyard wearing his Cigar Talk podcast hat, and he was also wearing the Casa de Sueños T-shirt. Remember, he was the winner.
Yep.
And so he sent me pictures.
That's cool.
And, yeah,
man.
I'll have to post those.
Yeah, because that's showing that what we've been saying.
Right. And so anyway, he was looking pretty suave. And anyway, but he was smoking a Medallia, and he was like, dude, yeah, you're right. They're home run.
Yeah, we're a stick. And my favorite is just Sumatra, the Grande Bowl Sumatra, man.
Well, and I mean, think about how big their line is.
If you can't find a cigar from McAuliffe, man, you leave them alone. Right. Just leave sticks alone.
I mean, here's the only thing they don't carry.
What's that?
They don't carry a cigar that I would compare with a Cuba Cuba or a Blondie.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you.
So the McAuliffe line of cigars is for those who want to graduate into the real cigar realm. Now, I'm just pulling your leg. If you're an acid guy, knock yourself out. That's just, you know, it's not my thing, but you do what you do. Anyway, also, let's talk a minute about McAuliffe Ambassador Program. I don't know if you noticed, we did a live video on Facebook yesterday. Did you see Mike
Yes.
post 164?
So he does that just to get at me, man.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, because I'm lower than you. You would definitely think that was funny, right?
Right. Yes, I do think that's funny.
Anybody lower than my number, he loves it.
If you want to become a McAuliffe Ambassador, go by our website, go below in the show notes, click on the link that says McAuliffe. It'll take you to their page, and you can become an ambassador for McAuliffe. And they will send you a challenge coin with your own personal number. So they're not just making coins and sending them out. Everybody has their own.
Tell the truth.
And so, I mean, that's
your
a
certificate matches your number.
Yeah, you get a certificate.
So both of them are. It's not like, just like you said, they're just making coins. Your coin and your certificate, both of the numbers on there. So it's like it's authenticating the number that it's yours.
Right.
It's yours.
So anyway, they also have a Facebook page for their ambassadors, and there's a great community there. I can't tell you how many friends I've made through that website. And so you just go on Facebook, join the ambassador group once you become an ambassador, and there's a lot of great conversation with a lot of great guys.
Yes, sir.
And girls.
And I was just going to say, and ladies also.
So,
and they take care of us in there. They like with the brackets.
Right.
We were missing March Madness this year, but they gave us a bracket for the 42.
I'm still waiting to see the final verdict on that.
I'm waiting on it too. I'm seeing a lot of people saying that Leanda too.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. I saw that.
Everybody's picking that one as the last one, but then again, we don't know.
Well, you know, some people don't have the what would you say, the delicate palate that I have. So anyway, guys, go by, check out McAuliffe. Those guys are really taking care of their consumers. They're really taking care of the brick and mortars. So, I mean, they're just a quality class
Tell the truth.
From top to bottom.
Tell the truth.
So anyway, hey, guys, I made a list of movies and shows to watch while you are under quarantine. And so this is my list, and I'm sure Bryant's going to tack on a few. But right off the bat, and I know a lot of people either love this movie or hated it. It was The Irishman.
Yeah, true.
Now, did you watch it?
Yes, I did.
What'd you think?
I like it.
So, you know, I heard that movie was 3 hours. It was brutal, blah, blah, blah. You see, if you were a fan of the original gangster movies like The Godfather and
Scarface, stuff like that,
I think you would like this movie.
Yeah.
If you're not a fan of gangster movies, it's definitely not going to be your cup of tea. No. But that being said, I thought it was a great movie.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I thought it was a great movie. And, you know, to me, it was the farewell movie to the guys in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had Pacino, you had Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci.
Yes.
Those guys aren't going to be doing any more gangster movies. So this was like saying, hey, see ya.
And when you look at it, you know, going to the modern realms, and that's, to me, that's starting with The Godfather. That was them. Pacino, De Niro, who else was in there? Khan.
Yeah.
James Khan?
James Khan,
yeah. Man. Even blessed to, it's a couple of movies I want to add to that after you get done, because I saw your list. And most of ours were the same. They really were. They really were.
Well, then my number two, and I was talking to a guy in our virtual cigar room that we do every Friday night at 9 Central on Zoom. We get together and do a virtual cigar lounge. You bring your cigars, you bring your booze or coffee, whatever you want to drink, and we hang out. And we just, you know, do the lounge thing. Since we're not allowed to go hang out at a real lounge, we're hosting a lounge for you every week. So anyway, I was talking to a guy in the virtual one, and he is from Boston.
Okay.
And
Boston.
And anyway, my favorite bank robber movie is The Town.
The Town. Yeah.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a great
That was on my
movie.
list too.
But he said it's absolutely 100% true of how many people are bank robbers up there in that Charleston area.
I can believe it.
That's crazy, man.
Until I became a cop, I didn't understand how many bank robberies actually happened in America. And when you see the FBI statistics, you're like, man, this is crazy. There's no way in the world I'd work at a bank.
Right?
There's no way in the world I'd work at a bank.
Different than a convenience store.
Tell the truth. And you'd think, you know, they have guards and all the surveillance equipment in the world in there, and the guys still walking in there robbing them every day.
Well, and if you're a big fan of bank robber movies, go back and listen to one of our episodes.
Yes.
That we actually had a bank robber on the show. Joe
Yeah.
Loya. Joe Loya robbed 29 banks.
And that story he told on that last one.
Yeah.
Man.
So anyway, and he was a cigar smoker while he was robbing banks, but he doesn't smoke cigars now. And the only reason he smoked them was because he thought that's what bank robbers do.
It's amazing the story that he told, that one where he felt he had got caught twice. Stuck on the highway.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious, dude.
Man, but that's life. That's life for real. That's life for real.
Yeah, I mean, and the funny thing is, those cops didn't say a word.
No, never again.
If you see these two guys and they look at each other, you're like, nope.
Wasn't me.
So anyway, that's my number 2 is The Town. Number 3, I know you don't have this one on your list because I know you haven't seen it, but you need to watch it. It's Britannia.
No, I haven't.
This is a series. I believe it's on Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
And it was back in the Roman Empire days.
Okay.
And Rome is trying to squash out the Celtics.
Oh.
And really, really good. Now, the Celtics were not just one people, but many different tribes.
Yep.
And so you're going against like the Northern Celts, the Druids, and there was a couple of other ones. Wow. And,
yeah, I'm going to watch that.
Yeah, that's a really good one. And there's a season 2 that is no longer available.
Why?
I don't know.
You need to find out about that. There may be something to that.
Dude, I waited forever for season 2, and finally I go searching for it, and it's like, yeah, it was out, but it's no longer on Prime. So I got to find a way to watch it because it was really good. Now, I got to tell everybody, before the show started, I brought Bryant a piece of cake. Are you done with that? Because if you're done with that, I'm going to eat the rest.
Yeah, I'm done with that.
Don't you touch it again.
I won't.
He doesn't like chocolate chips.
I'm burnt out on chocolate chips, man. My mother,
I'm going to tell my wife you didn't like her cooking.
I liked it. I like the cake. It's just the additive that was in there. It's just and the cake is moist.
Yeah.
It's vanilla-y. I mean, I love the taste of the cake, but then when I hit those chocolate chips, I'm like, okay. I can't do it anymore.
Man, that's weird.
I'm just sorry. I was burnt out on that.
That's weird.
My mother made a lot of chocolate chip cookies. I love peanut butter too.
All right. So let's get back to the list. So number 4 is, and these are in no order, guys.
Gotcha.
Number 4 is Ozarks. Have you watched that?
With what's the name?
Bates.
Bates, yeah.
So I haven't watched season 3 yet. It's out. But
season 2.
3 is out. And I've been binge watching something else, and we finished that. So now next weekend, we'll hit up the Ozarks.
Okay.
Great show if you haven't watched it. I was talking to someone the other day that had never seen it, and I was like,
you don't know what you're
been?
missing. Yeah.
Where you been?
You don't know what you're missing.
All right. So number 5 is Successions.
Mm-hmm.
You seen that on HBO? Dude, that show is crazy. I mean, basically, guys, if you haven't seen it, it's like this family who I guess they're all billionaires, but they're ruthless entrepreneurs, but you can't trust any of them.
Can't trust nobody.
I mean, they're all dicking each other over.
In any way possible, right?
Have you finished season 2
Nope.
yet? Oh, dude.
So stop.
Yeah. No. I'm not going to tell you. Now, I just moved my phone out of the way, and there it is. My phone has the list on it.
Gotcha.
So anyway, number 6 for me, and I bet you haven't seen this one, is Sneaky Pete.
Nope.
That is, I want to say, on Netflix or Amazon. I can't remember. One of the two. But anyway, Sneaky Pete is I can't remember the actor's name that's in that, but the guy is a con artist.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to prison, and while he's in prison, he has a cellmate for like 6 years. So he learns everything about his cellmate's life. And when he gets out, he assumes that guy's life. Not only he assumes his identity, he like moves in with his grandparents because the grandparents haven't seen that guy for 20 years.
So they don't know what he looked like anymore.
Right.
Wow.
So it's really a twister.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really good. And I think there's 3 seasons available on that one as well. Now, number 7 is just an old favorite. I mean, to me, this is probably going to be on everyone's top 10 list of something to watch. Braveheart.
Yeah.
I mean, that's don't. You're fixing to get kicked out.
Oh, well, that's all I can say.
You're not a fan of Braveheart?
I like the movie, but I'm not. It's not something I haven't looked at it since it came out.
You've seen it one time. Dude, if that show even, like, if I'm flipping through channels and that's on, done, we're done.
So you stopping right there.
That's it, man. All right. So number 8 is Goodfellas. Dude, great gangster movie. And here's the thing I love about the gangster movies too, is they're all cigar smoking movies. Because those dudes all smoked cigars back in the day.
Oh, yes.
Now, number 9 is probably going to throw you as well. Pink Floyd, The Wall.
Okay.
You ever seen that movie?
I saw the movie.
Dude, that here it's a double whammy.
Yeah.
Because not only is it a great movie, it's a great album. And so I listened to the album. I haven't watched the movie. And here's the downfall to the movie, in my opinion, in 2020, is that it was made back in like 1985. So it's not HD.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Gotcha.
But the music is still fantastic. And then, of course, number 10, and this is 3 different movies, The Godfather. 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Because, I mean, to me, if I'm going to watch one, I'm going to watch all 3.
Am I still on there?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm pulling my list up.
So now this is a bonus. This is one that I haven't watched, but you got to watch it from what I understand because everybody's talking about it. Tiger King.
Not happening.
Not happening for me neither. But you know what? You can't go anywhere on social media
and
without
not seeing it. Yeah, not happening.
It's not my thing, but it is bizarro.
Yeah, it's definitely
bizarro.
Because everything I'm reading and hearing about it, I'm like, nah, nope.
Dude, did you know he ran for governor in Oklahoma and got 13% of the vote?
No, I didn't.
So
did all his Tigers vote for him?
People from Oklahoma, man,
come on,
y'all better start saying your prayers
for real.
All right, so what do you got?
My list number 1 was The Godfather, the series 1, 2, and 3. Then number 2 was Goodfellas. Like I said, a lot of them are the same ones, but my number 3 was Scarface with Al Pacino.
See, I wasn't a big fan of that one.
Oh, man.
I just wasn't a big fan of
like
that
you are with Braveheart.
That's yours?
That's my way with Scarface. If I see it's on, I'm stopping and I'm watching that. My favorite, what would I say, television series that I would say is a cigar for me is a series that 90% of the cops watched when it was out, and it's called The Shield.
Oh, dude, The Shield was awesome. You know what? I forget about The Shield because a lot of people never watched that show.
I did.
But, dude, that was probably the best cop show ever.
And it was based off, just like Training Day was based off that same cop in L.A. that was over that squad.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Really?
It was the Fox's version of him, and it was closer than Training Day was.
Training Day was a little bit more made for movies.
But this chronicle, it mirrored his life almost exactly. It did.
I didn't know that was based on a real guy.
On the same guy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Same guy. And then my number 5 is a series, The Sopranos.
Oh, love The Sopranos, too. Love The Sopranos. You know, that's one you can go back and start fresh from.
From day one and watch completely through.
Yeah, and you know, one of those guys recently died.
Yeah.
I saw that. Because they're getting on up there. I mean, you realize that came out in like 2000.
And those guys were in their 50s and 60s then.
Yeah. So good gangster show.
Number 6, John Wick.
Not a fan.
Dude.
Now, have you seen the sequels?
Last one, yes. 2 and 3.
My son loves those.
3 is amazing, man. When they talk about a body count, dude, you don't have a calculator that can keep up with it. I'm serious. And the way that Halle Berry has those dogs working in 3.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. You need to watch that one. My number 7, Apocalypse Now.
Wow. That I never saw that coming. Let me tell you something. That is a very disturbing to the core movie. You can't just watch that and not. I mean, when you get done watching that, it's not like
It changes
you
your
want to
mind.
sit down and talk to your wife about, the rose garden.
No, not at all.
You want to probably be like by yourself.
You want to go to your therapist.
Yeah, yeah. Because let me ask you this: did you ever see The Deer Hunter?
Yes.
Same time.
I can't stand banjos.
No.
Dude.
That's Deliverance.
Yeah, that's Deliverance. My fault.
No.
The Deer Hunter.
That's a Vietnam movie.
No, I haven't seen that one.
If you like Apocalypse Now, you would like Deer Hunter.
I was thinking Deliverance. No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
one.
I don't ever want to see Deliverance again.
Me neither, but I loved it.
Have I told you the story about Deliverance?
Oh, Lord, please. No, you haven't.
Okay, so I'm like 21.
Uh-huh.
I'm living in Midland, Texas.
Okay.
And I meet this young woman, invite her over for a date night. She comes over, so I'm like, I got to go to the movie Blockbuster, find me a movie. So I'm searching.
Talking about it some time ago. Then
I see a movie with Burt Reynolds on the cover, and I'm like, well, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, not a good date.
So your Brokeback Mountain.
No, dude. We watched Deliverance. I had never seen it before. I didn't know what it was about. I did never see her again. Yeah.
Man, she left you.
Ding, 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 ding. It's like, because she was thinking, what kind of person would have this as a first date movie?
Yeah, because that's something. It's one of those that you sit back by yourself.
You got a pretty mouth, boy.
And how many times people still use that phrase, man?
Squealed like a pig.
Yes,
yeah, dude, that was horrible. That was horrible.
But that reminded me of Pulp Fiction. When I
wasn't a fan of that movie either.
But I'm talking about the pawn shop part of it where they got caught up. Ving Rhames and Ballhead. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't, because I saw the movie once and that was it. I didn't care for it. I know there's a huge following under that movie.
Man, Pulp Fiction. I'm a following of Tarantino, but none of his movies made this list. So anyway, we're going to go to number 8, which is Bad Boys for Life, the last one.
Oh no,
I liked it. I did. It's a cigar movie for me.
It's a corny movie. Dude, they went too far corny on that movie. It was kind of like, what was that movie where Kevin Hart and Ice Cube were?
Oh, you talking about Ride Along?
Too corny.
Corny. I for one, I couldn't see Ice Cube being a cop, so it just didn't mesh with me at all. It was I'm with you on Ride Along. Number 9 is Underground.
I don't know that.
Yeah, it's new. Netflix. Ryan Reynolds. Watch it.
Okay, was that good?
Watch it.
All right, because let me tell you, I watched a preview.
Watch it.
And it looked corny.
Watch it.
Okay.
Watch it.
All right, I'm going to check it out.
My number 10 is my favorite movie of all.
Hold on, I'm going to take a guess. Your top 10 favorite movie of all.
I put it last for a reason.
Driving Miss Daisy.
Never. Usual Suspect.
Oh, that is a good one.
Kaiser Soze, baby.
That's a good movie.
Kaiser Soze.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The baddest man ever. And it was all, and when he walked out with that limp, and then 5 steps later, he had that pimp.
Yeah, that was a badass.
He got in the car with Kobayashi and he handed him that cigar and he lit that sucker up like, let's go.
Yeah.
I was like, that man is bad.
That was a
that man
movie.
is bad. And that's my top 10.
Hey, hats off. That's a badass movie.
That is, man. That is my favorite movie of all, Usual Suspects. Now, if I see that on, I turn off other movies to watch that.
Hey, you know what? That's a movie I haven't seen in a while, but whenever I see it on, and other movies like that for me is Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, I like Shawshank
I see that one on,
Redemption.
I'm watching it.
I like that.
There's certain movies that I can watch over and over, and they just bam.
Every time. My favorite comedy that I could watch over and over, and everybody has their thing on it, but I could speak verbatim Friday from beginning to the end.
Really?
I've watched it so many. It's just that crazy to me, because that's the hood to me. That's what I grew up in. That craziness, man.
Just
crazy,
just bizarro.
Just out of this, things you wouldn't think would happen. You like, it's just the hood, and keep on walking.
See, for me, probably my favorite comedy
Uh-huh.
is a Christmas movie, and that's Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation.
I
Okay.
never get tired
Chevy
of those
Chase.
lines. Yes. Where are you going to put a tree that big? Bend over and I'll show
I'll
you.
show you. Yeah.
Yeah, that I love that movie. But anyway, that's the movies we're watching or shows we're watching while we're quarantined. And so anyway, hey, later up we have Melanie from the new Fuente show. She's going to come on. They're doing a 5-day-a-week show. Comes on, I believe, at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. Google it and find it.
That's Eastern time, right?
Yeah, I think it's 11 Eastern. So, and they actually do an interactive thing where you can join in the group, ask questions. So anyway, we're going to have her up next. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hey guys, thanks for hanging through the break. We have a special guest with us today. It's not little. She said Lil Cisco Kid. So you guys probably know her on Instagram and Facebook. She's all over the place. She's been a cigar influencer for a while now. Good friend of mine, and I want to welcome to the show Melanie, Lil Cisco Kid. How you doing today, Melanie?
I am great. Thanks for having me. This is going to be fun.
Since we mentioned what you go by sometimes, Lil Cisco Kid, how did that come about? Where's that come from?
So my last name is Cisco, but I got that from my marriage. So my now ex-husband, we got married when we were in high school, but his last name is Cisco, and we were high school sweethearts, and they would just call me Lil Cisco. So they were like, "There's Lil Cisco." I didn't have a name.
I got you. So let's talk about you dove in head first because you were already a social media expert, so to say. And so now you're in the cigar niche in social media. I mean, you've been blowing it up. So congratulations. And you're welcome. And so now you've taken it to the next level because recently you just joined up with the Fuente family on a weekly show, or is that daily?
That is a daily show every weekday.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah,
so
awesome.
Where can people find that show? Is that like on YouTube, or how are y'all doing that?
So we have a YouTube channel. It's called the Fuente and Maracle Present Meet the Professor. And so if you were to, that's under, I think it is the Fuente Show on YouTube, but also you can go to the Facebook page and it's the Fuente Show. And then also there's going to be an Instagram, and I'm building a website this weekend, so that'll be up too. But pretty much it's through Zoom, and there's a link, and you just go to that link every day at 11 a.m.
Oh, awesome. And so you can watch it live, or you can watch it, the recorded version later?
Yeah, so you can watch it live and join us, and it's really cool to be on live because there's a ton of like interaction. We let them ask questions. They let you jump on with them like live, which is really cool. And then, of course, if you miss it, you can always go to the YouTube channel. It immediately streams it.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Well, that's cool. I'm definitely going to jump on live this week with you guys. That'll be fun. Let me ask you this. How did it come about that you joined up with the Fuente family and now you're on the show?
I sometimes I'm not even sure how that's happened, but I think it's just, if you're out there, you're doing stuff, these companies want to work with you. And so I got a message from Jeremiah Maracle, and he was just like, "We would love to have you on this show. We're going to make this show. We want to like help people and bring them more smiles and help them through this tough times." And so they decided to create it, and they have them three, but they liked how, I guess, my co-hosting or whatever, keeping people entertained. So that's what they enjoyed. So they wanted to bring me on.
Well, that's awesome. And so from what I understand, this is pretty much a brand new show.
Yes, brand new show, just started last Friday. So it's been 1 week. We've had 1 week and a day.
Wow, that's awesome. So I'm going to change subject right quick. Tell me what you're smoking right now.
Oh, I got a Rocky Patel San Andreas wrapper, the vintage 2006.
Oh, very nice. That's a good Rocky right there.
It is a good Rocky.
I'm actually smoking the Daytona from Oliva, and it's one of my favorite coffee sticks. And we were talking a little bit before the show, and I was very disappointed to find out that you don't drink coffee. Now, here, I'm going to tell you something, though.
Okay.
I didn't drink coffee until I started smoking cigars. I hated coffee. I absolutely, I did not like coffee. I was like, why would anyone want to drink a hot drink? And now, I mean, I drink almost a pot every morning before I get going.
Oh my God.
So there's still
That's
hope
wild.
for you is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I don't mind, like, not, like, I actually would drink a chai tea with a shot of espresso in it. And that way it just didn't taste quite like coffee, but I'd still get that boost of energy.
Right. Well, the coffee just blends so well with the cigar, and that's what made me fall in love with it. In fact, the first cup of coffee I ever drank was at the cigar shop.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Yeah, and
What
they
kind
carry.
of lounge was it?
It's the Leaf here in Abilene, Texas, and they carry like the best coffee.
That's so cool. I used to make coffee for my cigar buddies, but I was on a machine. There was a button I could push, and they thought I was the greatest. I was like, yes, this is awesome. I think I can make coffee.
So let's talk a little bit about your background. You used to work at a cigar lounge?
Yeah, so I started at a cigar lounge last May. It's pretty much when I started with cigars. I had been around my boyfriend who smokes cigars, so he's big into that, and so that's kind of like how I just got into it, and then we still do it. So here I am.
So while you were at the shop, I mean, that was like you jumped in and you started learning about cigars. You started learning about what the cigar shop and the community is all about. And I mean,
exactly.
That's where you get sucked in, is whenever you start meeting and enjoying the interaction with the cigar community.
Absolutely. It's all about the people. That's what Fuente always said. Carlito, he's always saying it's about the people, not about the cigars. The cigars are just what we're enjoying.
Right. And so how long were you at the cigar shop?
Maybe 10 months.
Okay. Which cigar shop was that?
It's just a local lounge here in Naples. It's
nice.
Small, but it's very like laid back. It's cool though. But they have about, I think, 2 or 3 cigar lounges here in Naples. The people here are just awesome. And of course, when they're smoking cigars, it's good too.
Well, I mean, really, you're like in the cigar capital of the world, being in Florida, because I mean, outside of, Nicaragua and Dominican Republic and all those places. But I mean, as far as America goes, you're right in the heart of the cigar industry.
I definitely have met some of the most awesome people here in Florida. I mean, a lot of the cigar makers are right here in Naples, and I think La Polina and Rocky Patel, and you've got Old Fuente is still only in Tampa, and then you've got a ton of cigar companies over in Miami. So
yeah, that's awesome. So I saw you did a cooking video with Rocky Patel last week.
Yeah, that was fun.
No, I got to ask you, what was Rocky cooking?
Yeah, Rocky cooks.
And
so
what?
He loves.
And what was he cooking?
He was making lamb chops. He made everything. It's so funny. He made like lamb chops, and then he made some like beef tenderloin or something like on these skewers, and then he went inside and made fish, and he made these like shrimp toast. I was just like, holy cow.
How many people were eating? It sounds like he was making a feast.
It was just him. It was mostly him.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I was doing all the work, so I barely got to eat. It was fun though. But he's got a whole crew of family and people working for him. That's pretty much he's helping them and giving them to.
So he likes to cook though.
Yeah.
So how was that hanging out with Rocky while he's cooking?
It was fun. He's a blast. He's really down to earth, nice guy, but very had a lot of information. So it was really cool that oh my God, I just got an thing. But I'll say later. They pretty much just he's really cool. House is awesome. He's like laid back. He's just there to. I mean, I don't know. He's just really down to earth.
I've always heard that he's like a major people person, so he's really cool to hang out with.
Yeah, that'd be right. I would say that too. Yeah, he doesn't ever want to, and he doesn't like being, bored or not doing anything. He likes to go do this. So
full of energy.
Yes.
Wow.
Which is great.
So how's it been working on the Fuente show?
Mm, it is so much fun. It is so much fun. They're actually, we get together and we discuss like how we're gonna make it better. Every day we're kind of like getting into like how we structure it properly so that it flows better. It's fun because they're a fun team. Like they're really like positive and, so I always get like it's just a lot of fun to spend my mornings with them every day,
Very nice. And everybody's smoking cigars. So
yes, exactly. Oh my gosh. I can't wait till I get my Fuentes. I'm just like, come on.
And I already know you're a big Fuente fan already, because I see a lot of your posts on Instagram and on Facebook. So, I mean, we already know you're a Fuente fan.
Oh my gosh. I can't. Yeah, this is awesome. So I love it. What was awesome about the cigars is though that I was a newbie and I, didn't really know what I was smoking or I knew what I was smoking, but I didn't really know the different flavors. And so I would look at a Fuente and I'd be like, that looks a little strong. But then, oh my gosh, as soon as I had one, I had to try them all. And I was like,
right?
There's nothing. They're amazing. So I bought I think I bought 6 boxes of these Opus 6.
Nice.
So right. Yeah. And then there was 3 boxes of not the short stories, of the story. I think it's just 4 Fuentes.
Yeah. I love the short story. In fact, we had Liana Fuente on the show back in January, and
cool.
It turns out we were both, or I was smoking the short story, and that was like one of her favorite cigars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we talked about that cigar the other day with Carlito. But he said it's the Hemingway is one of the best cigars out there line.
Yeah, that's probably my go-to on the Fuente line, unless you get into like the Opus lines. And
it's really nice because that's actually a really decent price cigar as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's an amazing cigar, and it's also decently priced, though. It's interesting. I mean, the show, when you listen to Carlito talk and the stories that we hear, like of the different things going on that happen, even the special guests will have a story about Carlito or something. It's super interesting. You're just like, oh my God. These stories are like something that you just don't hear about anymore,
Yeah, because you're like tapping into being with the Fuentes. You're tapping into like so much history in the cigar industry. Because I mean, they go back 100 years.
Oh yeah, like over 100 years, like 130 or 140 years.
That's crazy. And so, I mean, talk about being right there, accessible to the rich history. That's amazing.
I know it. I feel amazing when I'm sitting there listening to it. So I don't do a whole lot of talking during the show, although Carlito would probably enjoy me watching me talk about nothing, about whatever, but he's a sweetheart. They all are. Jeremiah's a great guy, sweetheart too. But I guess I just sit there and listen because it's like I'm sitting around luncheons. Are you kidding me? It's
right.
Awesome. It's so cool. Yeah.
So y'all do it on Zoom. So where are they at when you are doing the show? Okay,
so Jeremiah lives in Belgium, and Carlito, I think currently right now he's in the Dominican Republic.
Oh wow!
So they shut it down, so he won't be able to leave there for a while. And then you've got, who else is there? So Benoit is our comedian. He's so fun. He lives in Belgium as well, I believe. And then there is Jose Blanco. He's like over next to Greece.
Wow. And
I know, isn't that wild?
It is. And I mean, the thing about it is, I love what you guys are doing because you're providing like a cigar lounge type atmosphere on your show during a time when people are stuck at home.
Absolutely. That's exactly what they wanted to do. So that's why they brought it. And we're not just getting on and I guess talking about nothing. There's structure. They're making it better. I love we have a trailer, like the show has a trailer when it starts. It's like, like, and so it gets you all like excited and you're like, yeah, you're going to talk. And then it's just fun. So it is cool. I hope that we also allow people to come on to the live show and they can ask their questions directly to Carlito, which is super cool. They love that.
That is cool.
And then we write, we do different, yesterday we had Daniel Marshall on the show and he gave away a humidor that Carlito has a special cigar just made for that humidor and hasn't even been released yet.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah. And since there were 2 winners, they gave away 2 of them. I was like, wow, we were only going to give away 1. That was cool.
That's awesome. So let me ask you this. Your show comes on, is it Monday through Friday?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern.
Okay. So just in case anyone doesn't know how to find you, how do they find you on Instagram, Facebook, and all your other platforms?
Oh, so my tag name is LILSISCOKIDD 21.
Okay.
And it's just a little Cisco kid. But if you were to type in Melanie Cisco, or if you go to Facebook and look for Melanie Cisco, you'll be able to find me. I'm pretty easily found.
Well, and also underneath the link of this show, we will have a link to your new show, and then we will also have a link to follow you on Instagram and Facebook.
Oh boy. Well, I really appreciate your follows.
Hey, yeah, so y'all go by and check out her page. She does a posting every day. She smokes great cigars. I'm jealous. In fact, let's talk a minute about your boyfriend's humidor, because it is
wait.
amazing.
I love it that everybody calls it his, but let me just tell you, I bought that.
You bought it for him, so, hats off to being a great girlfriend. But you did a great job. Where did you find that humidor? Because it's huge.
I found through Quality Importers.
Okay. And
so they just delivered it. They almost wouldn't even bring it in the house. I was like, this thing's bigger than I am. I literally could fit 2 of me in here. I'm like, can you please bring it to the back of the house?
Yeah, because how many cigars does it hold? It's got to be like 3,000 or something.
Yeah, I think no, I don't know if it's 1,000 or 3,000. I hope it's 3,000 because I have about another. I think I'm going to have to buy another one.
Right.
I don't know how we're going to have to keep everything, but right now it's got a bunch of Cubans in it and a bunch of Rocky Patels. I got, and then the Fuentes will be here soon. And so, yeah, it's going to be fun to rearrange. I love organizing. So this is going to be so much fun to organize a cigar cabinet. I'm like, yes.
See, and you can probably see, and just so everybody knows, Melanie and I are also Zooming, so we're having a face-to-face interview video-wise. But if you look behind me, that's my humidor, and it's a wreck right now. I'm not a great organizer, so it's like I try to organize it by brands, and then I think, oh no, I want to organize it by my light to mediums, my mediums, and my fulls, and then that gets screwed up. So then I just have cigars all over the place.
It's funny.
So I definitely could use some inspiration on organizing, but I smoke them faster than most people, so I don't leave them in there for very long.
There you go. That's pretty good then. We've got so many I can't get to them all, and I've got different boxes. So I got like a Royal or a Davidoff box that's got like that's my other humidor, and then I've got like a big humidor by Ashton that's like another. I mean, they're everywhere.
Oh, nice! I am a big fan of Ashton humidors. I think they make really nice humidors.
Yeah, they do. This one that we got was really special. So we got it on a pretty good deal. So I wasn't really excited about that, but yeah, Ashton is nice. I love those guys. They come in, they brought me all kinds of stuff, t-shirts and hats. I got an ashtray. It's
nice.
fun. Yeah. La Polina, same thing. Oh my God, they're awesome, amazing.
Yeah, I'm a fan of La Polina too. Let me ask you this though. So how did you decide to get into the cigar niche of social media?
Okay, so I was already kind of doing. I've done social media I'm a big believer in the internet. I think this is amazing that we can do this and get connected, and that whenever I would go, I always believed in putting myself out there so that if I was something I wanted to do, people would know who I was. So that's what I've just been doing. I went and did it with dentists and dental industry, which was not fun. So
not very exciting.
So I took a break. I took some time off last year before May, and that's when I just kind of was like, I had to get my thoughts back together after trying to be an entrepreneur and all this stuff at that place. So I was just like, let me just get my bearings. And then they asked me to go work in the cigar lounge, and I was like, okay, that'll be fun. That'll be easy, no big deal. I can just kind of whatever. So I just worked there 3 days a week, and they wanted to start selling cigars. Like, they wanted to sell more cigars, and so I'm like, well, if you want to sell more cigars, you come on the internet. Like,
right.
hello? There's everybody else on the internet.
It's a no-brainer.
And and so they were like, okay, let's do that. So sure enough, I started putting this stuff on the internet, and we did not sell cigars on the internet, but we did. They would call me and they'd be like, oh, I love that box. You guys have more? I'm like, yep, sure. And then we just ship it right out to them.
Nice.
And then, it was awesome. You get free shipping on box. And it was amazing because this humidor had, oh my God, it was like nobody knew what was in there, really. So I'm in there and I'm figuring this stuff out. So it's not like because I knew it all. I didn't walk in there and go, oh my God, this is amazing. I know exactly. I was just like, okay, whatever. And then I'm like, oh, this box looks expensive and funny and fancy. Let me, try to look it up. And so I'd look it up, and then everybody wants it. I'm like, this is a Fuente PBMF box. This is a Fuente, it was just, I can't remember how many I sold, but it's just crazy. Like, Fuentes were flying out the door. I was like, this is so awesome, because they were just like, nobody knew that they were back there.
Right.
And they weren't. And plus when you have a lounge, I guess you don't really have, you're not going to have the biggest buyers or, the biggest whales coming in through your store all the time.
Right.
Usually those guys are all searching everywhere else. So yeah, I was like, this is phenomenal.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing about it is there's always people searching for certain cigars, and nobody knew they were there until you started putting them out.
Exactly. But we didn't even put them out. I just put them on the internet. I literally I was just afraid that there wasn't really that much room, and it's not like I said, it's just not very often that you had those people buy those cigars. So,
well, how big was the humidor there?
It's it's a size of a room, I guess. I don't.
So it's pretty big. A pretty big humidor.
Yeah, it's a pretty big lounge too. They bought 2 units and then expanded, so it's like two units, and that's where it's a pretty big lounge. Nice. Mm-hmm.
So
I think they had they might have a bigger humidor than Rocky Patel Burn.
Wow. Wow. I was actually just talking to a humidor expert in the Burn up in Oklahoma City last night after we got through Zooming for a while.
Are you? That was wild. You stayed up late.
I did. I meant to go to bed earlier than that, and I just, I'm always working, so.
I know, I hear you, me too. But isn't it so cool to I got on Zooms last night too, and I literally met 2 other cigar makers, and I was just like, okay, it's just so cool. It's like you're not even going out, but you're getting to meet all these people because they're in these Zooms.
Yeah, it's a really different landscape since the coronavirus has kind of shut everything down. How many people? In fact, I didn't tell you this. After we got through doing the Zoom last night, I jumped on another Zoom by a friend of mine who makes a cigar line and has an online cigar store. And he was like, where you been? And I was like, oh, I've been doing another one. And so I hung out with those guys and talked for a little bit. And then I was like, I got to go to bed.
Yeah. So funny. I know, right? It's so funny. I'm just like, this is we could stay up all night, and what do you have to get up for? Like, okay.
Right.
But what I really think is funny are the commercials. Have you noticed that all the commercials are now contactless delivery?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well,
I think I lost the video.
Yeah, that you did. But anyway, I love the fact that we are connecting not just locally, but now we're connecting with people all over the world. And so
yeah, well,
go ahead.
That's kind of funny that you say that, because that's exactly, I've been doing this for a while. So that's why I've been telling people to do this. I tell my daughter, you want to get a job, you want to do, right now is the time. Go ahead and network yourself, get out there. So people feel that way when you get to that point and you want to get a job, you've already got a whole network of people that can help you. Or you can
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think you're missing the boat if you're not jumping online right now and social networking with other people. Because it's just like the cigar lounge. There's so many opportunities when you go into a cigar lounge to meet people and network. But now this network is expanded worldwide.
Mm-hmm. You can literally talk to anybody you want to. And when I worked for the dental industry, that was pretty much, I knew so many dentists. I have 3,000. They all know who I am. It's so funny.
Yeah, in the dental community, that is weird.
But all it is it just shows you it doesn't matter what industry you're in. if you go out there, you can network, especially with LinkedIn now. And, there's just all kinds of tricks. I've got every job I've ever gotten has always been, okay, I want this job. I'm going to get it.
Right.
It's just like, this is how I'm going to do it. I don't know. I may look like a crazy person sometimes, but I'm okay with that.
That's all right.
Right.
So,
keep smiling.
And what I want to tell you is anyone who's listening to the show, we do a Friday night at 9 Central. We do a virtual cigar lounge on Zoom. If you want to join, I post the link on Facebook and Instagram. So anyone's welcome to stop by, hang out, smoke a cigar. That's one of the requirements is you have to be smoking a cigar.
I'll definitely come to that more often. Then that's awesome.
Yeah, we do that every Friday night at 9 p.m. So anybody wants to swing by, come on by, say hi, even if you stay for like 10 minutes,
it's awesome.
It's funny because I don't even know what time it was when we quit last night. I think it was like 12:30. So that was really only for about 3.5 hours. The first one we did started at 9. No, it started at 8 and we didn't get done till 2:30 in the morning.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was crazy. But
it is cool that you can do that, though. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, and it's really amazing to me at how much the feel of an actual lounge is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. You know what the good part is that I'm also not smoking somebody else's cigar. I'm just smoking mine. That's the great.
Yeah, exactly. And, you set up wherever you're comfortable at home. And so wherever you're comfortable, you can basically be in a lounge.
Yeah, and I don't have to drive home. I don't have to worry about Ubering. This is excellent.
Right.
I'm kind of digging the quarantine life.
Yeah, I haven't minded. I really haven't minded it at all. Now, on my regular job, I do have to get out and go places and do things. But on my own time, it's nice to be right here at home.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah, no, I like being home. And now that I work on the internet anyway. So whether I was going to a lounge or, I was still working on the internet. So now I'm just like, I've been teaching myself all these new programs and all these new gadgets. So I think that I needed that. I needed that break to be able to like up my skills a little bit. And I'm having fun now.
Well, that's the important thing, that you're always learning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to do that.
Because there's so much. I mean, technology changes so fast that you really have to engage yourself with the technology on a regular basis to try to keep up.
Yeah, definitely. If you want it to enhance your, life, or you want to use it for your, I wouldn't say advantage, but yeah, use it towards your advantage.
Yeah, and I mean, I just saw you signed up on TikTok as well, so you're doing videos on TikTok.
Yeah.
Now, are you little Cisco Kid on there as well? I can't remember.
Yeah, it just connects Instagram just changed it, but it used to go through Instagram, but now Instagram made an update, and so you can't like sign into TikTok with your Instagram account anymore. Oh, okay. Which is weird. Yeah.
Well, I have two phones, and so I have TikTok on one phone. I don't have it on the other phone.
Man, you're lucky. I'm with two phones. I want to buy two phones.
No, it's not fun. It's horrible. It's horrible. Carrying two phones all the time sucks.
Oh, man, but I could go live on one and live on the other and be like, hey.
Yeah, there you go.
That'd be a mess. You wouldn't want me to have two phones, no.
Where do you see, like, Melanie in a year from now?
OMG. You know what? I don't think I want to answer that question because who knows? Like, I wouldn't have believed last year that I'd be sitting here talking to you, doing this kind of stuff. So
right.
It is awesome. But I hope that we have a very, very successful show pretty much. And I hope that I am traveling the world, and I hope that I am helping build creative and awesome content that is going to bring people closer together and smoke more cigars.
Awesome. Well, I think you guys are doing a great thing on the show, and I'm excited to watch it this week. And this last week, I had a super busy work week, so I didn't get to. But I'm going to definitely be trying to log in Monday, check out the show. I can't wait to see where you go, because I think you're a great brand ambassador. So I think Fuente made a great move in asking you to be part of the show.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's awesome. I get chill bumps when I like think about it, but it's awesome. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're like going 90 miles an hour every day.
That is true. I can't help that either. That's just you.
Yeah, I think that's great. You have great energy. You're down to earth.
My boyfriend makes a joke all the time, and he goes, "Yeah, well," I said, "Honey," I said, "I swear, it's like I hear music going on." He goes, "Yeah. Does it sound similar to like the Flight of the Bumblebee?"
That's the music you hear in your head.
He's like, "That's what's going on in her head. It's Flight of the Bumblebee." I'm like, "Oh God, yes, that's kind of true."
That's hilarious. Well, hey, thanks for dropping by and being a part of our show, and we will link up again and get an update maybe in a few months and see how everything's progressing for you. And if there's anything that we can do for you, feel free to reach out at any time.
Aw, thank you, Rob. I really appreciate it. And I would love for you to come on the show so that you can ask a live question to Carlito and say hi. That would be awesome.
Oh, I'm definitely going to do that. I'm excited about it. I mean, I love that family.
The what?
I love the Fuente family. I think that they're great people. All the charity work that they do. And I mean, they are so much about the people. It blows me away. It really does.
Yeah, that's like that's why I'm like that's exactly who I am as well. So it's just like it's so cool to like be working with the same people on the same level. Even Rocky Patel is like this too, and he's also a real down to earth people guy. So I love these master blenders are just they're just real people, and they're almost like chefs too. That's another interesting
absolutely.
But yeah, and I will I'll definitely be checking out your thing on Friday night. So that sounds like fun.
Definitely.
That was fun.
It was fun. And so we do that every Friday night. We do it at 9 p.m. Central. So I know you are time zone challenged being on the East Coast.
I'm probably just time challenged, but yes. So I'll be on there at 10. Don't worry. I never go to bed.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you coming on the show and spending some time with us, and we'll be talking to you soon. Like I said, if you need anything, just let us know. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the interview with Melanie. Thanks for joining us, Melanie. We appreciate it. We're going to be looking out for your show as well. And so we want to talk a minute before we get to the AJ giveaway.
Yes, sir.
We want to talk just a minute. We just started releasing the Cigar Talk Show Pack. So we had a lot of guys that are always hitting us up saying, hey, where can I find this cigar y'all smoked? Where can I find this cigar? So what we've decided to do is the show pack will have the 4 cigars that we smoke every month. So if you sign up, it's a monthly cigar subscription. It's $34.95 a month.
Sir.
That includes your shipping. And they're going to ship you the 4 cigars that we're going to be smoking on the show. That way, you always have access to it.
Always have access, no matter what.
Right.
Smoking what we're smoking.
So if you go by the website, you can click on the link, and it'll take you over to their website to order that. Now, here's the other thing that I've been thinking about is, while we're doing the COVID, we're doing the virtual lounge.
Yes, sir.
But whenever life gets back to normal, if you're a show pack member, we're still going to have a meetup once a month and talk about the cigars in the show.
That's
pack.
cool. That's real cool, man. Yeah.
So we're not just going to smoke them on the show. We also are going to invite you to join us on the virtual lounge, and let's all talk about it.
Because you're part of us. You're
exactly.
part of
we
us.
want your feedback straight up.
Yes.
So anyway, let's get to the AJ giveaway.
Yes, sir.
You guys know that we love the AJ Fernandez family. We love their line. I mean, everyone that I've met from the AJ family is just lights out awesome. Did you haven't met Hector yet?
Nope.
He was going to come down, and then this virus thing came into full force, and then he wasn't able to come.
Yeah, I understand.
But then we had Crystal on the show. I talked to Frankie. He's awesome. I mean, and then I talked to Adriana, I can't remember, but she is super nice. And I mean, so everybody that I've met through AJ has been just like this great team of people. So hats off to them. And I'm telling you, I've been smoking AJs like they're going out of style.
I've noticed.
You've noticed.
I've noticed.
So anyway,
everywhere you look up here, there's an AJ band sitting somewhere.
I know, man. I need a maid. I got AJ Fernandez bands just peeled off on the table everywhere. So anyway, this week's random winner, and let's first of all tell them how they can register.
They have to go on the website, register once, name and your what is it? The website, your
email address.
Email address.
So
and that's it.
You
do it once.
Yeah, you go by cigartalkpodcast.com, click on the register button. Then you put in your name, your email address. You're registered from now on.
Once.
And you know what's funny is I see people registering more than once.
I saw that too.
And it's like, you're not getting more chances to win.
And you're wasting your time.
It's still just the same person.
Yeah, you're wasting your time.
So anyway, you go by register, then we do a drawing every single week.
Yes.
Right now we're doing the AJ giveaway, and we're going to send the lucky winner 2 cigars from AJ Fernandez. Those come out of the Cigar Talk personal vault.
That vault.
Yes, the vault.
Hear the door.
And then when it closes. So anyway, this week is Trace
or Treese.
Treese.
Yeah, one of those.
Taggle or Taggle.
Yes.
So spell it for them.
TREICETAGEL. Treese
yes.
or Treese or Trace.
Yeah.
Taggle.
Taggle. So TAGLE.
Yeah. And this is a name where you can't say that there are a few people.
Right.
So
I think it's Taggle. That's going to be my guess.
Okay.
But I could.
We can run with that though.
Yeah, Taggle.
Because I bet you they know who we're talking about.
Right. So once you're named the winner,
yes,
you have a week. This show comes out on Monday. You have to the following Sunday at 6 p.m. Central to send me an email. In the email for the subject line, you have to put AJ winner. That way I can spot it, find it easily. When I do a search for it, I'll find it.
Yes.
And then in the body of the email, you want to put your name and address. That's it, man. That's it.
Register once. You're in there forever. You win. Send the email the exact way he said it by 6 p.m. or 1800. And let's go with it.
Right.
It's easy. It's easy. I love it, though. Like you said, the guy earlier that had his T-shirt.
Oh,
Cigar Talk.
Yeah.
Cigar Talk brim. And it's just, man, we appreciate everybody that listens, that takes time out of their day to listen to what we have to sit here and ramble about. Because all it is me and him and what we've been doing for years. It's been a couple of years now, hasn't it?
No,
it's going on a couple.
You mean
I'm talking about us? Yeah, I'm talking about. Well, the show is getting ready to get there in a minute too.
We've been dating now for a couple of years.
This dude said dating.
Hey, I'll tell you this though. Whenever me and Bryant first started hanging out all the time, my wife was like, "Hey, that's a nice bromance."
Yeah, sure.
So no, we're not dating.
Yeah, because it was arguments and oh man, but it was cool because we knew each other. We could understand each other. It wasn't nothing was taken seriously because this dude here is an asshole for
let me
real.
Tell you what, before I knew Brian,
here we go.
I walk into the cigar
Here
shop.
we go.
There's this big black dude sitting at this table by himself. I don't even remember what I said, but I came over and said something smart ass to you, and I just walked off. And the look on his face was like, "What the?"
This dude said, "You know, I'm not racist. You could have asked me to sit down," and then just walked away.
Yeah.
And I looked up. I was like, I said something I can't say on here.
Right.
And then the next time I saw him, he's like, "You know, I'm still not racist." And I was like, that's just him.
Hey, and you know what's funny though is whenever from then on, when Bryant would walk into the shop and I'd already be there and we're sitting with all the other guys, I'd be like, "There's the racist."
Every time. But then, you start talking as you do in a cigar shop. Conversation started, and we started finding out how so many things that we had in common, and it was like from there on.
Yeah, he's from St. Louis. I used to live in St. Louis. We both had some of the same career paths.
Yep.
So we both have children about the same age. And so, we struck up a really good friendship, and it's evolved into you guys having to put up with us. So.
Once a week.
So anyway, before we go, I want to talk about the air purification.
Yes.
So
can you see us in here?
Yeah, if you can see us in here, there's no smoking here.
None.
I mean, it's crazy. Man. And we both smoking like a train.
Yeah.
So anyway, we use the Medify air purification system. And here's the thing about it. We've gone through a lot of different air purification systems that, they did something.
Some cheap, some expensive.
Yeah, some cheap, some expensive. And this one, it's night and day.
Knocking them all out the box. Knocking them all.
Because, honestly, we're smoking in here, and this room is a 12 by 14.
Okay.
And 2 guys smoking in a room and there's no smoke in here?
None.
That's impressive.
None.
And they use medical grade HEPA filters.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called the H13. And H13 filter system is the only system that actually pulls out smoke.
Pulls it out.
So I let someone borrow my filter once. Man, that was a rough 3 days. I had a machete out trying to cut through the smoke. It was ridiculous. And so since I got it back, I was like, nope, never leaving that.
Never letting it go again.
Yeah. So anyway, if you go by our website, look under air purification, and there's a link, and we also have a code. It's Medify Smoker.
Mm-hmm.
You use that code and you get 10% off, and they'll ship it to you. Oh, dude.
It's worth it.
It's super worth it. It just changes. My wife will even come out here and watch a movie with me in the man cave. Because
she don't have to walk through the veil of smoke.
She walks in and it's like, have you been smoking out here? And I'm like, yeah, I just put one out. And she's like, it doesn't even smell.
Yeah.
So that's impressive.
No, most definitely. Especially the way you smoke.
Right.
All these AJ bands.
Oh, man. So anyway, I guess that's going to wrap it up for this week.
Hey, great show.
So we want to appreciate you guys joining us each week. Yes. And I want to say, I hope you guys are staying safe. And our hearts and prayers go out to every one of you guys, because this is a time that, this is a new life for us. This is not what we know.
Life is going to be changed forever after this.
I agree.
Changed forever.
And, I think that a lot of good things are going to come from this. I think just the appreciation for some certain things that we're not getting to do right now. I can't wait to get back down to the lounge and hang out.
Man. Tell the truth.
You know what I mean? Because when you can't do something,
it makes you want it even more, man.
Right.
You're riding by that doing the curbside with Jay, and it's just like you're sitting there looking at it like, I can't walk in.
You know what would be awesome? And I don't know if this would be even something that would be possible.
What's that?
But if while all this was going on, Jay and them moved, and the first day we were allowed to go back was at the new place.
At the new place.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That would, but then it would be hard because you didn't get a chance to say goodbye to the old.
I drive by and wave. I drive by and wave, man. I can't wait for the new shop.
Yeah, man, the way that layout is.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. So anyway, guys, we appreciate you coming by, and until next week,
keep smoking.